Hi, this is Sara Levin, the Artful Inker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm here to share with you this Ornate thank you card. So let me set this aside and we'll get to the creating. For the card, we're going to use two of the sneak peek products from the Ornate Garden Suite that's available now from Stampin' Up! That will be in the new 2021 annual catalog. So we're going to use the Ornate Thanks stamp set and the Ornate Layers dies. Let me put these out of the way and we'll start our card making. So on this first piece of paper, we're going to use Petal Pink ink and give it a light wash. I've got my aqua painter here with some water in it, and I'm just going to give it a rough brush and blot so that it doesn't buckle on me. Okay, and that's plenty, and I'm going to set that aside. And then I have a layer piece here, and I'm going to do the same thing. So just give it a light wash. We'll blot and blot. Just trying to get a little bit of color everywhere. So we're done with the aqua painter and the Petal Pink ink. Now this piece I'm going to emboss with the Subtles embossing folder, and before I do that I want to take my Stampin' Spritzer and spritz the back with a little bit of alcohol for a deeper impression. And then while I'm die cutting, I also have a layer of copper foil, and I'm going to cut it with one of the stitched rectangles. So let me go do this and I'll be right back. Okay, so our piece that's been run through the Subtle embossing folder, I hope you can see the nice texture here. It almost looks like fabric when it's done. And then using the stitched rectangle die, I can save this piece for another project later on, and it has given this piece time to dry, because you do want to let it dry before you stamp on it. So I'm using a photopolymer stamp, which means I'm just going to set my stamp on top of the ink pad and run my finger across to pick up the ink. That way I'm not squishing ink up into the stamp or getting it all over the block. And then I'm just going to kind of center and give it a rub and hold so we give the ink time to transfer. And there's my thank you from the Ornate Thank Yous in gray granite. Let me set those aside. Now, through the magic television, I have one that's already been cut out with one of the Ornate Layers dies, and then I also have a layer of Petal Pink that I've cut out with the Ornate Layers dies. So now let's put this card together. It's quick and easy today. We're going to start with a Petal Pink base and put a piece of Very Vanilla on the inside. I do like to line all of my colored cards, even when they're a pale color. I just think they look a little more finished this way. And then we're going to adhere this piece to our copper foil with just a thin bead of glue here. And then I'm going to put some on the center because this is after I've attached it to the foil, since we will attach this directly to We shifted here, so let's shift back. Make sure that everything's here and squared, or is it called rectangled if you do it on a rectangle? No, it's called squared. Okay, let's flip this over, and we'll be adding our adhesive. Don't get too close to the edge. You don't want it to squish out on you. Okay. Oops, I'm dragging things all over the place today. And then I like to start from the center and move out to adhere. That way, if there are any bubbles, I'm going to have to hold a moment to make sure that everything adheres nicely. Oh, and I've had some gluey fingers, so let me reach behind me and get my glue eraser and take that right off of there. Okay, up and a little bit right here. Next, I've got these two pieces, and I want dimensionals on the back of this piece. Let's just bring those in here. And I want a second one up here. Oops. To center this more or less, and I want some dimensionals on the back of this piece. And then here's my ribbon. I'm going to use some of this pretty petal pink organdy striped ribbon, and I'm going to add some tear and tape to the back. Let's decide, we're going to say about that much. Okay, and pull this off. Let me give it a good rub so it's adhered well. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to create a little ruffle with part of this. Okay. Stick this here. And add this over the top. I'm going to shorten this piece just a little bit. And then I'm going to add some of the copper rhinestones as a final accent for this card. Oops. Okay, and there we have it, an ornate thank you card for this week's The Spot Creative Challenge number 106. It is a color challenge. Would love to have you come play with us. You can find the link for that on my blog, and the link to my blog is down in the description, where you'll also find a link to purchase all of these current Stampin' Up! Products. This was Sara Levin, the Artful Inker of theartfulinker.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.